For Keeneland Connections this week, we're visiting with Doug Cauthen to talk about Gemologist and his win in the Grade 1 Wood Memorial last week. Doug is formerly with WinStar, owner of Gemologist, now does some consulting work for WinStar and other clients. And what did you think of the win in the Wood Memorial?
I thought it was real impressive. You know, he showed a lot of tenacity to fight back, looked a lot like his dad Tiz now. And, I think he's still got room for improvement. So, he's got speed, he's got talent, he's big and strong, he can handle pressure and getting bumped around. I think he's a real Derby contender.
Gemologist came out of the November sale in 2009 here at Keeneland, and you and Elliot Walden were involved with making the decision for WinStar to make this purchase of the son of Tiz now. Tell me your memories of that time.
He was a real impressive physical to me. He looked a lot like his dad, but actually even bigger and stronger in his hip. And he was a little bit out. His hocks sat behind him, which is a little typical. We felt like, I thought for sure he would grow into him, and he has. And he was pretty much a man among boys even then. He definitely is now. We only bought 2 horses in that sale, and he was one of them.
I've heard horsemen talk before about a presence that great horses have. Could you sense anything early about Gemologist?
If you pay $310,000 for one, you better like him a lot. And I thought he had a lot of presence, and obviously had the great physical and had a lot of the characteristics of his dad. And then the mare, is a very nice pedigree. He's out of a Mr. Prospector mare who's out of a Northern Dancer mare. Goes back to a real deep family. It was all there. So it's nice when they live up to your expectations, but he's doing it and more.
Do you remember, do you guys look at him multiple times back then, or was it love at first sight?
I can only speak for myself, like as far as love at first sight, but I kind of loved him when I first saw him. But we got on board, as a team, and obviously, paid plenty for him. But when the special ones come along, you have to pay for them a little bit. And I think being by Tiz now, who stands at WinStar, was an extra bonus because supporting horses at the farm is a big part of the plan there. So. He had it all, so it was nice to get him in the barn.
You were telling me that you got a chance to see him this winter down in Florida. How did you see that he had changed from those early days?
Well, he just continues to be a powerful horse. He might weigh close to 1,400 pounds now, and he's just continued to be a really big, strong, imposing horse, huge hip. I think he's matured, mentally probably, and continuing to under Todd's care. And just seeing him train, he's a heck of a physical. So he's always has been, but he's just getting better and better.
One would think that kind of makeup would serve him well in a race like the Kentucky Derby.
I think he does, because I think first of all, he's got speed, so he can stay out of a lot of the trouble. He can be in the first half or first quarter of the field. He could easily be on the lead if nobody else took it. And physically, he can handle getting bumped. He got bumped pretty good going into the turn of the wood, and they just bounce off of him. He has no problem. So I think he's got the makeup for it. He's got seasoning. He's raced on the Churchill surface, won twice, won impressively. Already won a graded stake there. And he's undefeated. He's kind of the dream that you hope for, is that undefeated horse going into a big race like that, because that's, when you can kind of start dreaming even bigger. And, can he win the race like that? Can he go undefeated, for quite a while? Because, horses like Smarty Jones and those horses that do that, it makes you get excited.
Doug, tell us about that November sale here at Keeneland and what you're looking for there, how that's maybe different from other buying decisions or challenges.
Well, Keeneland's the first chance you get to see a whole lot of that crop, that year crop, and there's so many opportunities, because there's maybe 1,000 weanlings or so to look through, and it's some of the best horses, that are bred. Obviously, the yearling sales are a big part of it, but I think you have to be at all auctions to play in this game. You got to look at every sale. So Keeneland November is one of the biggest sales going, and you've got to be there. If you're not there, you're missing a huge opportunity because, you know, there might be a gemologist in there.